Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, booyah, boys and girls. Booyah. Oh yeah. This feels amazing. This training, this workout. Except I'm a fat boy, and fat boys shouldn't work out. Actually, we should work out. That's kind of the point. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with a brand new video, guys. Today, we're going to talk about some potential evolutions. Now, why do I do this? Well, basically, because there is a potential for evolutions to pop up again in the future of the Pokemon Sword and Shield games. There's a possibility for evolutions to show up once again. Why? Because we haven't had a new evolution in a long time. And there's still a lot of typings that still need to be filled in, you know? Steel typing, dragon typing, I don't know, poison typing, perhaps. There are actually a lot of really cool typings that need to be filled in by brand new evolutions. Now, of course, people have said there's a possibility we'll never see another evolution added to a Pokemon game, but the last one we had was specifically in X and Y. Now, if you look at the order of Pokemon games, right, let's look at the actual order of Pokemon games and how they do this sort of stuff. Before we get into the actual designs here, I want to explain something real quick, right, because a lot of people seem to miss over this. But if you look at from Pokemon games, starting from Generation 1, right, and if we kind of like ignore Generation 1, because that was the beginning, and that's not where you start seeing the pattern of what they do when it comes to evolutions, if you don't look at that you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. So let's start from this, right. Generation 2, we got Eeveelutions, right, we got Umbreon and Espeon. Then Generation 3, we got nothing. Okay, there was a you know, in between nothing. Okay, Generation 4 though, we got Glaceon and Leafeon, right? That's two new evolutions again, you know, like in Generation 2, then Generation 4. So it's a middle skip. Like Gen 3 they had nothing, but you know, Gen 2 and Gen 4 had it. So all the, you know, I guess the odd years or whatever, or even years, I guess, get it, but the odd years don't. I'm not sure if actually, or the odd games rather, not years, but I'm not sure if that's actually the right word for it. I don't know what Udda and whatnot is in English, but I don't know. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, so basically Generation 3 didn't get it, Gen 2 and Gen 4 got it though, Generation 5 didn't get any like evolutions, right? Think about it, Gen 2, Gen 4, and then Gen 3 did not, and Gen 5 did not, but the other two did. Then the next one that did get it though was Generation 6. So think again, right? 2, 4, 6. Every second generation gets an evolution. Now you look at Generation 7. We got no new evolutions in Sun and Moon, or in Alola in general. We didn't get any sort of new, brand new evolutions, right? None. But think about it. Now we are, boom, jumping to the year where we should be seeing one, right? This is the year where we should see a brand new evolution. And there's a potential this could be the one where we see several of them. I mean, think about it. We're going to a region that's split up into seemingly in several parts. Could be kingdoms connected to everything. There's a weird kind of like split between everything, right? There's a kind of a weird mashup of, you know, kind of like cutout of everything in a weird manner. So anything is possible at this point, right? Anything is a possibility. You know, nothing is impossible. Just do it. Yesterday you said tomorrow. Not sure why I did that pun, but you get the point though. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, my point I'm trying to get across here is that there's a possibility for this, highly likely now, because it matches up with the pattern. Now let's take actually a look at the designs here, because that's probably what you're mainly here for. So let's take a look at them right here, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I want to point out why I think these are possible. Now again, these are designs made by artists. I want to quickly give a just a big thank you to you guys for allowing me to use their work. This was made by Splatter Parrot on DeviantArt. Sorry, not DeviantArt. Actually, no, he's on DeviantArt as well. So he's on DeviantArt, he's on Instagram, he's on Twitter. Do check him out. I'm going to link his stuff down below so you guys can check him out. I'm going to link to this as well. But he made a Guardian here. So this is a steel type evolution. Now, why is this a possibility, right? Because we're going to a region that's basically going through industrialization. You've seen the cities in that region. You've seen there's a lot of metal work, a lot of bronze, metal, you know, steel, etc. that's going around. And the city is going, you know, the country rather, or the region is going through industrialization in one form or another. The bottom part is still kind of very, you know, not caught up, and it's very, you know, I was going to use the word hillbilly-ish, but that's not really what it is. It's more like, you know, I don't know, countryside-y, right? You know, the bottom part of Galar. It's more countryside-y, and, you know, again, hillbilly was a wrong word that I had in my head. But either way, very countryside, right? It doesn't have, like, you know, technology reaching it to that level yet. While on the other hand, though, when it comes to the bigger cities, they're industrializing, you know, a bunch of metal work and all that sort of stuff. There's a high possibility. Also, a steel type evolution would be the perfect counterpart to Kalos's Sylveon, which is a fairy type, you know, evolution. So it would be the perfect counterpart to have. And honestly, this design here is just like the perfect one for this. Now, why? Well, first of all, the games are called Sword and Shield. The back of the tail of this thing is literally looking like a sword. I mean, look at it. The literal design here is a bloody sword. I mean, look at that. It's a straight up sword. And the chest area here has a literal shield on it, right? Fully makes sense with what we're expecting here with these games. Like, it makes full-on sense and is logical. Now, as for where this thing could pop up in terms of the actual region, I think the best part to put it is probably in the middle region right here, where you have the Dragon City. I think that's probably one of the best areas. Could also do it down in this one, though, like, I'm not sure. Either one of these cities, you know, getting it in either one of these cities would be making total sense to me, because honestly, both of these cities look very industrial. They're going through, like, some sort of industrial, you know, revolution. and they're industrializing the cities out, you know, in one form or another. Also, they're really like barred in here when you look at it. Like all these big cities, dude, are like really barred in their own like stuff. I mean, straight up. Sorry about that. I'm getting a little bit sick right now, actually. But straight up, they're both barred up. Any of these could actually work for this evolution, straight up. Now, there is another one that I think actually is a really cool one that we need to mention here, also made by Steel Parrot, or Splatter Parrot. I said Steel Parrot, because I said Steel Parrot because I was thinking of Steel typing. Sorry. Made by Splatter Parrot here as well. And this one actually is really cool because this one makes sense with what we're going to. Again, we're going to the UK, right? We already made the Steel type connections with the industrialization and all that stuff with Guardian here. But Wyvion is actually way more logical. This would be a Dragon type evolution, which first of all is my must-have. We really need to get a Dragon type evolution. And if we got two of them, right, one Steel type and one Dragon type, then that could be the perfect matchup against like the, you know, against the Kalos, you know, Sylveon evolution. Because think about it, right? One of them would be strong against it, one of them would be super weak against it, right? It's the perfect matchup, right? Perfect matchup. So, why am I bringing up this one specifically? First of all, the design on this thing is just, I mean, oh, dude, it's so fantastic. I love it, dude. I genuinely love this design. It's so clean. It's so beautiful. It straight up looks like a little wyvern and a little dragon or whatever. It's just a perfect design, straight up. I love it. So freaking love it, man. And that's why I really want to show it, because it really reminds me, of course, of the Welsh flag. It reminds me of the dragon from the Welsh flag. Of course, I think this one is referred to as a wyvern and not like a normal dragon. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but there are actually different definitions for it, because I was searching up, like, if it was, because somebody told me, like, it was a wyvern, and other people told me it's a different thing, but I'm not really sure. So, wyverns are basically, like, you know, just, like, basically dragons, you know, basically dragons, but like smaller, I guess, and slightly different. Often kind of missing the back of their, I mean, back legs sometimes, which I don't think this one does, but I mean, hey, wyverns are basically just like dragons, but slightly, you know, different in one way or another. I don't want to, you know, just get into a debate about that, but they're similar, but different, right? Similar, but different. Not the same, but similar. And the reason I bring it up is because on the Welsh flag here, as you can see, we have a straight up dragon that's red as well. And imagine if we had an actual, like, evolution here that was a dragon type, and it was also red colored. I mean, look at the actual chest area there as well, man. That mane looks freaking incredible. I love it. Overall, really cool design, and again, it would make a lot of sense for this thing to pop up. Now, as for where it would pop up in the map, I think this one would make sense in the middle city right here, because this city clearly has some sort of dragon motif going on with it. Yeah, I mean, like the little dragon head looking thing in the front here. People are saying it could be a Charizard, which still would make it a, you know, somewhat a dragon. But overall, the city's got a dragon design to it. So having a, you know, wyvern or wyvern, you know, there as well, or like a, you know, Wyvion here, there as well as a, you know, the place where you find it or discover it or whatever, would make 100% sense in my brain. Like, straight up, in my head, it makes 100% sense. It's logical, it's reasonable, it makes sense, and I think it would be an awesome thing to see. So, ladies and gentlemen, for this one, I mean, I'm just excited, okay, for any possibilities of this. Now, next design here, because I'm going to show you about 4 of these today. The next one here is actually this one right here. Now, this is Toxion, I think, which is made by Devil D-Man, not by Splatter. Splatter, actually, this one's made by Devil D-Man, which is the man that I've showcased stuff from in the past. The dude is amazing. He makes so much awesome artwork, so do check him out, give him some love. And again, this is another one of those Pokemon that I think would make a lot of sense. Now, why do I bring this one up? Because if you look at the map actually right here, there is this foresty area up here, this weird little like Alice in Wonderland area that's like right below me, right there. That area right there is very strange, the creepy old forest. Now, don't you think that if there is another evolution, let's say 3 of them, because there still is a possibility we could get 3 evolutions. There was a straight up rumor that said there's going to be 3 new evolutions, and if one of those evolutions is also a poison type, this would be the best area to actually put it. Why? Because it's a creepy old forest with weird mushrooms, okay? Just me, I don't know. But if you look at the design here, it would also match up well with that. I mean, I like the kind of like, you know, toxic kind of fluids flowing through its like body. It's really strange, but I bloody love it. It also looks like it's been infected somewhat. Straight up like really gooey and creepy, but I love it. Its design, like, is the perfect one that I would imagine in my head for what an evolution, which is a poison type, would actually look like. And of course, having it in this area, this weird little forest, would make sense, because again, it's a creepy old forest. It's got a lot of like really gloomy feelings to it. I mean, if you guys watch the actual like reveal trailer, you'll remember that in this exact forest, it was really foggy, creepy. It was just really sketchy. So definitely that one, I mean, that would make sense, you know, to be there. And of course, the final one here, which is another steel type, you know, looking at evolution. This one is a little bit different though, but this was also made by Devil D-Man again. So big thank you to Devil D-Man for allowing me to use his artwork. I really appreciate it. I love showcasing this sort of stuff. But this one is definitely my favorite. Now, why? Because it's got steampunk all over it, dude. It's got steampunk written all over the design, man. And I love that. Like, oh man, I love steampunk designs, man. Just gotta tell you right now, I love them. I think they are so freaking cool. Steampunk designs, just
makes so much sense in my head. They're so freaking sick, and this just is 100% that exactly. Why? Well, I mean, first of all, look at the actual face here. You got a little monocle-looking eye with a little clock going around. You got the freaking glasses above, a little like, you know, tube where I guess I don't know, smoke comes out. Different like little cogs and wheels and whatnot like over its body, and it just looks super steampunky, man. It kind of reminds me also of like a bit of a Umbreon, if anything, in terms of the colors. But if you removed all the, you know, steampunk-esque, you know, design to it, if you removed all that, it looks like a, you know, Umbreon underneath. But overall, a bloody sick Pokemon, dude. Like, I think this would make a lot of sense to see in, again, a city like this one down here, though. Like this down here, which I assume is based on Manchester, this city would actually make a lot of sense for it. I mean, it's really steampunky, it's industrial. I mean, you can see it even from the trailer. It's got a bunch of wheels and cogs and all that going around it. It would make a lot of sense to see something like that from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've gone through most of the designs, and I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think the rumor that said we're going to get 3 evolutions is correct? And do you think that, like, my logic here is saying that, you know, because I'm trying to just be, like, logical about this, but the fact that we have had not, you know, seen a new evolution in a while now, it's been, like, a clean year without an evolution. Do you think it's time for us to see 1 brand new one, maybe 3 brand new ones? Who knows, maybe 2, 1, 3, who knows, or maybe 0. Maybe we want to get any at all. What do you guys think about that, though? I'd love to know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, then drop a like down below, guys. Also, our t-shirts are still on sale. The Team Sword and Team Shield t-shirts. I'm going to keep plugging these bad boys for a while longer, but yeah, either way, guys, those are on sale. Do check them out. Thanks so much for watching. My name is RuffledRowlit. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.